Coming up today, we're chatting with Minor Gold.
That was, I think, the thing that surprised Dan and I the most is that they were just so loving.
I'll tell you about the escape rooms on the MV Steve Irwin, and Dan will tell you about an exciting announcement for local country music lovers. Produced on Awabakal and Warramai land, this is The Good Stuff, powered by BYD on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good. Good
stuff.
The Good Stuff. Escape Reality has announced that they will launch a brand new escape room experience on the MV Steve Irwin. The MV Steve Irwin was once the flagship vessel of the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society under Captain Paul Watson. From December, there'll be 4 rooms for local thrill seekers to explore. To check it out and find out more, head on over to newcastlelive.com.au.
Good.
Australiana folk duo Minor Gold are about to kick off their Aussie tour at the Stag and Hunter Hotel tomorrow night. Here's a chat that we had with Tracy McNeil and Dan Parsons. You've just been on a huge North American tour. Can you tell me about some of the highlights?
Definitely playing with the Teskey brothers. That was far and away some of our best shows we've ever done, I think. Like the theaters we played in were amazing, like in Chicago, and Philadelphia and Maryland, like 3,000 seat theaters, which is a pretty big deal for us. And the crowd just was so receptive, which was really an added bonus for sure.
Yeah. Was it intimidating getting to play with the Teskey brothers?
Not really intimidating. It was cool. It was really special. I think because we just, I don't know, we felt really ready. We felt really ready to kind of take on that next challenge. And I think that surprised us. We stepped onto the stage, and of course you're nervous, but we didn't feel like we didn't belong, if that makes sense. We felt like we got this, but we didn't expect to get that reception. Often we've done big supports for other people in the past, and it doesn't always line up that their audience is you're giving what their audience wants, and talk over you, and it's not quite the big experience that you think it's going to be. But this time, that was, I think, the thing that surprised Dan and I the most is that they were just so loving, and they just were really into it. We made new fans, and it was a really good fit. And yeah, we'd love to do it again. We'll see how we go, but that was definitely a highlight, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And getting to launch the album over there, it's been praised so highly. What was it like getting to meet all of the people that have been listening to it?
Oh, it was cool, wasn't it?
Well, a lot of people in the States hadn't heard of us before. So
right.
Having the album come out while we were touring over there was interesting because a lot of people were hearing the songs for the first time when we played them live, and then often they would buy the LP or buy the CD and go home and listen to it, and then we'd hear from them a week later that they'd been listening to it and they liked it. So it was kind of cool to, it's unusual to have that happen, because back in Australia, the people who know you usually hear the tunes before you get a chance to kind of meet them. So it was kind of nice to be able to start again in a way with a new market. And we made some great friends in America just from playing those shows. So when we go back next time, it'll be really cool to go and visit those towns again and sort of, fortify those new relationships.
It would have been a really big thing. Being over on the other side of the world and having your album come out.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. We've never released a record and then gone and toured it in another market before our own home market of Australia, And I think something we learned from COVID that, when I dropped my own record back in 2020 and then had to wait for another year and a half before I could tour it, the beautiful thing of that was that people had a chance to form a relationship with the songs. They knew the words. So they rocked up to the shows really wow, this record got me through COVID, and they knew all the songs, and that had never happened before. So I think that gave us a bit of insight and courage to go, you know what, we can release our record and then we can leave for a few months, because that'll give the Australian people and friends and fans time to get to fall in love, hopefully, with the music, with the album. And then when we come back, they'll know it. And so, yeah, we did that. We headed overseas and we did 30 dates We bought a vehicle in BC, British Columbia, and drove down through British Columbia, did some shows down into Seattle, and then all across the I-40, across the US. And and then now we're back.
Yes.
We're all here in Australia.
You're about to get back on the road and you're kicking off at the Stag and Hunter Hotel this Thursday night with Kingsley James on support. What was the choice behind kicking it off here in Newey?
We've often played at the Junkyard there in Maitland, which is a fantastic venue. And we just decided it would be nice to try to do something a little bit different. We've played at the Stag and Hunter before and always found it to be a really welcoming place with great sound. And, it's a pub that people tend to go to who live closer to Newcastle. So is the sound person who works there still doing sound there? The older gentleman?
Colin? Back in the day? Yeah, I think he's moved on.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Well, he was always really good. We liked him a lot. But I'm sure he was doing sound there now. He's doing a great job. But yeah, I don't know. The Stag's always been good to us, and so yeah, we're going back there.
Yeah, and coming down from Brisbane, we're based in Brisbane at the moment, and so we've done Nimbin Festival and Wingham Festival, and making our way down the coast. So it's kind of a nice natural place to start as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, look, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I can't wait to see you take to the stage at the Stag and Hunter Hotel this Thursday night with Kingsley James on support. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Thanks, Bonnie. Great to chat.
This is where it sounds good.
The good stuff.
Yeehaw, little doggies! Saddle up because the Texan Cowboys coming to Newcastle. That's right, country music lovers. Charlie Crockett is heading to town for a gig at the Bar on the Hill in January. Soul Queen Emma Donovan and Dashville favourite Sweet Talk will be supporting. You can find out more by heading to newcastlelive.com. Yeehaw.au.
The good stuff. That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a huge thank you to Minor Gold for joining us for a chat. You should get along to their gig at the Stag and Hunter Hotel tomorrow night. Thanks heaps for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.